Hello and good evening and welcome once again to Better Than Before live online as I do every afternoon or evening here from Cuenca, Ecuador, where I live. Dave speaking to you about communication, mindfulness, personal growth, feeling well about life, and all of these things. Today I thought I'd speak a little bit about goals and goal setting. Even goal setting even applies to your relationship. I think that's today's theme. When we're trying to accomplish something, it's really helpful to know what that something is. Very often we think we know what that is, but we haven't really defined it. It helps to write these things down. If we write them down, we look at it on the page and we go, no, that can't really be my goal. That really doesn't look like anything at all. So writing things down does give us a chance to edit it. In fact, being an old guy like I am, I prefer to write things down on paper and scratch them out if I don't like them, as opposed to writing them on a computer. I write a lot of stuff on the computer. It's true. And the computer does lend itself to changing and adjusting things. But it also kind of lends itself to a sort of a copy and paste mentality, where writing stuff down seems to at least push me to a higher level of commitment to creating a goal I really believe in and working towards it, working on it. Makes it seem more real. Maybe because it's on paper, it's tangible. I can hold it in my hand. On the computer, yeah, it's there on the computer, but it's sort of virtual. It's there on a screen. I can't really reach out and touch it in the same way as I can with paper. So let's say you have goals for your relationship. Here are some goals that I think are non-goals for relationship. You're dating and someone decides that they have the goal that this relationship should lead to marriage. I think that's an extremely dangerous goal. Because very often it detracts from whether or not this relationship should lead to marriage. Very often people get very caught up, especially people who have never been married before, get very caught up in the idea that, well, I'm such and such an age and this relationship has come along and it's a pretty good one. In fact, I like this person a lot. I'll just finalize. I'll just dive into this. I'll just make this the one and be married. That's not the way this works. I think most people who have ever been married know that this is not the way that this works. A relationship leads to marriage when both people are on the same page about that, first of all. And second of all, that it seems like a natural progression for this relationship. That not just, well, this is a person I could marry, let's just finalize this, but something more like we just keep growing more and more together, forming more and more, becoming and stronger together. And I want to be around to see where this person goes. I want to be with this person as I advance through life, that this relationship is helping us both to grow. So in that case, yeah, marriage would be a good goal. Otherwise, marriage is a raw goal. Maybe not so. Maybe not such a great relationship goal all by itself. When we're developing relationship goals, what we really want is to have a vision of what this relationship will look like in the future. If we have goals for the relationship, one of the things that we're going to have to do is get our partner on the same page, which is going to require that you communicate and that you actually find out whether or not your partner sees the relationship going in the direction that you do, and the direction you'd like to see it go in is something that corresponds to their goals too. Because when we set goals for ourselves, it's one thing. We can name any goal for ourselves, and if it turns out that it wasn't the smartest goal, or it wasn't the wisest goal, or it is a goal that does not seem after a while consistent with who we really want to be in life, we can drop it, and there's no real problem. If we do that with a relationship goal, we involve another person in our folly, and it can be very damaging to the relationship if the goal is not shared and is not mutually desired and does not take the relationship forward into a growth area. But it's still very important to have relationship goals that you share with your partner and express and work out so that you're going somewhere. You're not just in the same routine of dinner and a movie. You're not just in the same routine of seeing each other on Saturday evenings, or meeting for coffee once a week, or whatever it is. Even people who have more developed relationships than that see each other frequently, do lots of things together, have shared interests. When does the point come where you say, well, I spend a lot of time with this person. I'd like to feel that this is a growth opportunity for the two of us. I'd like to see us setting goals together and reaching out for them. When we set goals, it doesn't necessarily mean we're dissatisfied with who we are. It shouldn't mean that. But it means that we see that there's an opportunity to have a new experience, to grow, to become more, to participate in life in a way that's consistent with who we're trying to become. And relationships, the same thing. The relationship can be good. The relationship can be good in many ways. But perhaps, depending on what your goals really are, the relationship should become part of your mutual growth experience. And how you define that is completely up to you. Having goals is good. Having your own goals are the only goals that matter. But when you're in a relationship, you have to join these goals together. You have to work these out with your partner. This is called having a vision for your relationship. What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to be? What do you want to be in the relationship? How do you want to connect with your partner? How long do you think the relationship should last? During that time, what experiences do you hope to share with your partner? Because let's remember, relationships are not really about what you get. It's about what you share. It's about what you give. Goal for relationship? Well, what's your goal to give to your partner? And if you're giving to your partner, are you seeing the kinds of reactions and growth that one would hope for in the relationship that you're trying to create? Hello, Mike. It's always good to see that you're on when I'm on too. Mike and I are rarely on at the same time. That's good. Hi, Aisha, Miriam, Tracy. Thanks for tuning in. So goal setting is something that really matters if you're trying to accomplish anything. You have to have a sense of direction or you'll just keep spinning in circles. Relationships also need goals, but they're goals that have to be mutual. They're goals that you have to work out together. But then the great thing about that is, hi Guy, the great thing about that is that your relationship starts to move forward. It stops being a cycle of routines a series of habits. It starts to go to new places where you have new experiences, where you take risks and grow. And it becomes exciting because you're doing new things as you attempt to achieve your goals. So let me just say that I'd encourage you to really set goals for your relationship so that you can see it move forward and have the experience of growth with another person, which is different from self-actualization. And I thank you for tuning in. And I will see you again tomorrow afternoon or evening around this time. And as always, if you've gotten anything out of this, please do like and share it so other people can get what they can out of it too. See you tomorrow.